is moving kind of like jello in there, and it's called coup contra coup, so bounces.
This is VOA Tech. The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening. I am Nashon Marenga. In the news tonight, 150 fire calls recorded in the past 3 years at Walvis Bay. Nudo restructures regional branches. Charity organization treat the homeless to food and essential goods. African women call for inclusivity in climate change discussions. And Roundup, Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports and the weather. The Walvis Bay Fire Department responded to 150 calls between 2020 and 2022, although the exact number of shacks destroyed is unclear. The coastal town has been hard hit by the shack fire incidents throughout the past years, which resulted in many people losing their lives and properties destroyed.
Walvis Bay, as an industrial town, has been faced with an influx of people from other parts of the country in search for greener pastures. This results in people having to build shacks in backyards as there are not enough houses to accommodate all of them. With up to 21 shacks in one yard, fire outbreaks have claimed people's lives and destroyed properties. This is because the fire spreads rapidly to adjacent shacks and houses. Senior fire officer at the Walvis Bay Fire Station, Werner Namisep, gave News on One a breakdown on how he tackles fires on a daily basis and the challenges faced by the fire department at the town.
Illegal wiring. Imagine a normal residence basically is, I think, a voltage of, is it 220 to 230 voltage now. Imagine now, from a domestic house, now in the yard stays like 27 or 21 or 50 shacks. These are practical things. We can go out on the field. You will find 26, 21 shacks in one residential boundary of 420 square. Imagine. And now what's happening is that illegal wiring. From the permanent structure, only one cord is being relayed to the first shack. From that shack, again, one cord, one wire is just transferred, meaning that out of one socket, almost 21 to 27 shacks have been supplied electricity. Imagine, even if you can feel that wire, it's so hot. because it is under pressure.
Namiseb stated that the outbreak of shack fires at the coastal towns is uncontrollable as the shacks are constructed with highly combustible materials, adding that although members of the public are welcome to provide assistance in the case of a fire outbreak, they should exercise caution as firefighting is highly specialized.
The material which shacks are built with, it's wood, it's boxes, it's plastic, and it's paper. So at the end of the day, it's highly combustible. Within seconds, you will get all those shacks down in ashes. For us to respond to a shack fire, or whether responding after hours, we will not really make a much difference when it comes to shack fires because they are highly combustible. The materials, all materials there is highly combustible.
In efforts to educate the public about fire prevention and the importance of memorizing emergency numbers, the fire brigade staff visit schools, churches and various institutions around the town. The fire station also welcomes various schools, family and group visits to visit and learn more about fires.
Breaking news, a Bucky every week.
Say it with me. Bucky. Bucky.
A Bucky.
This festive season, there's a Bucky up for grabs at OK every week. No wonder it's on everyone's lips. Buy any participating product to enter and you could win a brand new Bucky plus petrol money for a year. Also save on Brooks Oros for just $32.99, Sparletta soft drinks for a low $16.99, and Dairy Made Farmhouse ice cream at only $42.99. Come for the savings, leave it a Bucky.
In preparation for the 2024 general elections, the National Unity Democratic Organization, NUDO, has set plans in place that includes revamping and restructuring its branches countrywide. The party president, Esther Ushiwa Mwinyangwe, said the party was given the directive to embark on the process at a recent National Executive Committee meeting.
Mwinyangwe stated that after consultations by the party's Secretary General with different regional and constituency leaders, it was deemed necessary to reorganize the branches across the country.
The National Executive Committee took note of the Secretary General report that the party has acquired plots or erven in the following towns: Swakopmund, Oshinene, and Okakarara, and plans to develop structures on these respective plots are underway. There are further plans to procure party vehicles as to enhance the party mobilization activities. Since 2024, it's not far. It's just around the corner, and we need to put in the first gear. The just ended NEC resolved that the Office of the Secretary General, as a matter of urgency, commence the restructuring process of branches in November 2022. Hence, a calendar detailing specific regions and dates will be communicated soon to the respective regions and constituencies. The meeting further resolved that this exercise must be completed on or before October 2023.
NUDO National Chairperson Elia Kanji noted that the party is doing well with the current coalition it has formed with other political parties and that it is ready to partner up and make the party victorious.
NUDO party have been working in a coalition with various parties at the city of Windhoek. We are currently in a coalition with local authority in Okakarara, in Maruru, in Kopapes, So the party is still ready to engage in any coalition discussion to the breaches that is deemed fit for the party to become victorious.
The president assured the public that the leadership will enhance its mass mobilization drive across the country and will engage party members on various topics at local, regional and parliament level. The restructuring process of branches will commence by November 2022 and conclude on or before October 2023.
A local charity organization, NAMKID, treated about 90 homeless people living at the Kommersdal Soccer Stadium to a meal, donated hygiene hampers, washed and braided women's hair, amongst others. The charity organization also assisted the residents to clean up their surroundings.
The homeless people were temporarily accommodated at makeshift tents at the stadium at the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic and have since remained there. A homeless woman from Malta here, a town in the southern part of the country, relocated to Windhoek in search of better life, but she ended up on the streets after her siblings neglected her following their parents' death. Although regretful on how life turned out, Justine Thibault expressed gratitude for the treat she received.
Just because of my brothers and sisters, they never look after me after we lost our parents. That's why I actually end up here at Kommersdal Homeless Field. But I'm saying thanks to government or whoever who sponsored us, look how my head has been braided. And I'm so thankful for this, Elizabeth, for this government that at least we got that $500. We got our money.
Similarly, another resident accommodated at the stadium shared that the streets became his home because he disobeyed his father and made poor decisions. He said he was grateful he has a tent to sleep in at night.
I'm a young Namibia boy. The way I come for this COVID-19 at the Kommersdal Stadium, I'm a homeless person. Why I'm now homeless? Because I was not having respect to my feelings. And even my father, he even died. That's why I come and end up by the streets. And the time I was in there by the streets, the officers, they arrest me here, they arrest me there by the town, and they bring me to Kommersdal Stadium. And by the way I'm here, I'm really thankful because we all are not perfect here in Namibia.
Founder of NAMKID, Jasmine Khoga said that the organization aims to give back to the poor and vulnerable children in the society. Khoga stated that they are giving back to society to show the less fortunate that there are people who love and care for them.
Strive to provide basic necessities to struggling communities, and this year or this festive season we've chosen to come to the Kommersdal Stadium. There are about 90 homeless people living here, around 55 men, 30 women and 6 children, some of which are in high school, and I know it's definitely a strain for them to go to school and come home knowing that they're staying in a tent at the Kommersdal Stadium. We've done this so that we can show people that love exists. There are people out there that really care about other people, and hopefully in the future we can have projects where we can really help these people and not just give them food, right?
The homeless further pleaded with the government not to give up on them, as some of them have no choice but to live on the streets because they are unemployed.
Get the greatest savings on hoodies and golfers at Pep. Hoodies for baby boys just $49.99 and younger boys only $69.99. All the sizes, lowest prices. Men's golfers an incredible $89.99. Get into store, save even more. Life's better with Pep. Nivea Pearl and Beauty with pearl extracts for soft and beautiful underarms. Your trusted deodorant with the perfect balance of protection and care. Enriched with the power of pearls. Nivea Pearl and Beauty for soft and beautiful underarms. New Nivea Pearl and Beauty Black Pearl coming soon.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. The Bank of Namibia has reiterated its commitment to ensure inclusivity among marginalized groups of society, including women and those in rural areas in the banking sector. The remarks were made by Bank of Namibia Deputy Governor Epson Wanguta during a recent visit by President Kenkop at the Central Bank head office in Windhoek.
The Bank of Namibia will remain committed to this digital transformation journey to position itself as a future-fit organization responsive to the needs of not only Namibia as a country, but to Africa and the global community. We further also dedicate ourselves to championing the financial inclusion agenda through implementing some of our new strategy, especially for the Namibians in the rural areas, the women, the entrepreneurs, those who are particularly excluded and who are finding themselves in the informal sector. As we sail through the new uncharted territories of the fourth and the fifth Industrial Revolution, the bank can assure you, His Excellency, of its commitment to building a prosperous Namibia. And we can do this by safeguarding the monetary and financial stability, which is part of our core mandate. As you rightfully pointed out, Your Excellency, it is of course an issue of delicate balancing between ensuring price and financial stability on the one hand and supporting economic growth on the other. Your Excellency, here at the Bank of Namibia, we are very much excited about the future. I know that we have shared a gloomy picture about the economy, but certainly in the future we also see new opportunities and a future of hope for all Namibians.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Get super cool savings on character fun at Pep. Kids character flip-flops, $39.99 per pair. Our lowest prices make a splash. Character hooded towels and beach towels, $89.99 each. Life's better with Pep.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. The Bank of Namibia has reiterated its commitment to ensure inclusivity among marginalized groups of society, including women and those in rural areas in the banking sector. The remarks were made by Bank of Namibia Deputy Governor Epson Wanguta during a recent visit by President Kenkop at the Central Bank head office in Windhoek.
The Bank of Namibia will remain committed to this digital transformation journey to position itself as a future-fit organization responsive to the needs of not only Namibia as a country, but to Africa and the global community. We further also dedicate ourselves to championing the financial inclusion agenda through implementing some of our new strategy, especially for the Namibians in the rural areas, the women, the entrepreneurs, those who are particularly excluded and who are finding themselves in the informal sector. As we sail through the new uncharted territories of the fourth and the fifth industrial revolution, the bank can assure you, His Excellency, of its commitment to building a prosperous Namibia. And we can do this by safeguarding the monetary and financial stability, which is part of our core mandate. As you rightfully pointed out, Your Excellency, it is of course an issue of delicate balancing between ensuring price and financial stability on the one hand and supporting economic growth on the other. Your Excellency, here at the Bank of Namibia, we are very much excited about the future. I know that we have shared a gloomy picture about the economy, but certainly in the future we also see new opportunities and a future of hope for all Namibians.
And that is all we have for you. Be sure to follow us on our social media pages for more on the business front.
Back in the day, Susie's phone used to ring like a hotline. She was the most popular girl in town. But since she did not register her SIM card with her mobile service provider, her phone does not ring anymore. She has tried to get something similar. She has tried this and that number, but it has never been the same. So now, she has a reputation of being a number hoarder. Instead of just registering her SIM at her mobile service provider and keeping her number. Excuse me one sec. Hello? No, this isn't Susie. Have you tried her other number?
Don't miss out on important communications like Susie. Register your SIM to keep your number. Visit www.cran.na.
Enjoy these fantastic payday savings at Clicks until the 3rd of November. Buy Clicks 2-ply toilet paper, 18 rolls, 2 for $104.99 per pack and 1 for $114.99. And exclusive to Club Card members. Buy Pampers Pants or new Baby Dry disposable nappies jumbo pack. Now $241.99 per pack. Clicks. Feel good. Pay less.
Founder and chairperson of the International University of Management, IUM, Professor David Namwandi, said the institution has produced over 30,000 graduates since its inception 20 years ago, and that these graduates are making meaningful contributions locally and internationally. Festus described IUM's leadership as excellent. Ellie said no product of any institution should remain unemployed. Harais stated it's a good thing that they also focus on entrepreneurship. Matthias highlighted Professor Namwandi is right because government always says there is no land and financial institutions say no one is qualified. Evelyn said she has been unemployed since graduating in 2015. That is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to engage on our stories on our social media pages for broadcast on News on One.
Prevent cramps with FabiFarm's new MVA Cramp Stop. Developed to bring fast and effective relief from cramps in athletes, active people and senior citizens. Manufactured in Namibia, FabiFarm's MVA Cramp Stop contains a carefully selected blend of vitamins and essential minerals to prevent cramps with a full month supply of capsules. It's Fabufarm's new NBA cramp stop, your #1 choice in cramp prevention. Now available at all leading pharmacies countrywide.
Let's take a look at some sports news. Windhoek will be a hub of sport activities throughout this coming weekend after the NAM Sport Festival football tournament kicks off this Thursday evening, the 27th of October. A total of 16 Premier League teams, which include second division teams, will lock horns in an 8-round group knockout competition to determine who will play in the finals.
First of its kind, NAM Sport Festival football tournament was launched last week in Windhoek, and the tournament draw kick-started at the Semneyoma Stadium yesterday. The 16 teams, which will battle it out for first place and the $50,000 Namibia prize tag, confirmed their participation at the event and have sent their various representatives to witness the draw. NAM Sport Festival organizer David Mogosep was optimistic about the event and did not spare time in announcing the tournament rules.
Now, basic rules will be, teams will be forwarded with a list where they will complete their team list to avoid that small things like that one is my player, that one is my player, and we want to make sure there is no duplication of players. You play, finish here, you lose, you wait for tomorrow, the next day you come and you want to play for another team. No, we don't. We want to avoid that kind of things. If a team perhaps has got now 15 players and you have 4 spots left, it is fine. You can give us that 15 names, and as we progress in the tournament, you can give us the other names just to add up to your list. Is it clear with us, gentlemen? Yes. Only 20 players per team, 5 officials, just to regulate the whole thing. And then there will be team returns. We want to control these things by all means. Every match we will give you a team return, and then you will complete, so that we just double check that players are not playing for 2 different teams and so on.
Mogosep said the tournament is aimed at reviving the return of the Namibia Premier League football in the country, anticipated for next month.
NAM Sports Festival tournament. This is our inaugural tournament initiative that we want to bring football. We know how much you love football, and we want to create this platform for our teams, whether it is NPFL, whether it is a nationwide first division, second division, the non-league teams, to prepare themselves and to see how much they can contribute to the development of football in this country. This is basically the main reason. We want to supplement the mother body, the Namibian Football Association, in preparation for the kickoff of football.
The draw of the teams selected to play in the tournament are as follows.
That's all we have for you. Don't forget to follow us on our social platforms for more on the sports front. That's all we have for you for tonight's edition of News on One. From me, Nishan, and the rest of the team, it's good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future. a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are